Hey, what's going on, people? How are we doing? My name's Tanner, and welcome to Crypto Bible. Got another video update for you guys, another news update. Hopefully, you guys actually saw the video that I done midday today on what is the Bitcoin halving, trying to educate the people out there. So if you haven't seen that, please make sure you go and watch it. I'll leave a link to it right there for you guys. But we do have another important video today. And the reason why I found this article pretty important, pretty interesting, was because we're getting some pretty valid opinions on cryptocurrency being used in the UK with actual like retails as well, retail shops, right? But why is that? Why is that important? Why is it interesting? Because they're talking about it. It's being written about, it's being spoken about quite a lot. You know, the government are speaking about it a lot now as well. It just seems to be everywhere. And you know, it doesn't matter whether or not it's good or bad news, because that news, whether it's good or bad, would only be for the actual retail investor. But for crypto itself, it's really good. So I thought it was quite important to actually cover this, because there's actually a few shops on here that that they mentioned on the article that I was quite shocked about, that are actually going to start accepting cryptocurrency as payment. And they're actually going to start using cryptocurrency with all their money as well behind the scenes. And what they're basically talking about is, you know, whether or not this would cause some kind of uncertainty for tax, like whenever they got to pay their taxes. Could this cause more like more problems with criminals, you know, money laundering and everything else? So, you know, it's quite important to actually get around it and see what's actually going on and what's being spoken about within the actual government. So let's just dive straight into it. As you can see, the article is called "Cryptocurrencies Could Lead to Limitless Losses for UK Government." So experts warn of danger of untraceable funds if companies accepting payments in crypto go bust. The government could face limitless losses as a result of businesses that accept payments in untaxed and untraceable cryptocurrencies going bust. An insolvency expert has warned. A growing number of companies, including the ethical cosmetics firm Lush, which I was like, what the heck? Random, and office sharing firm WeWork, have begun taking payments for goods and services in cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin alongside debt, credit, or cash. But while this shift has been welcomed by crypto enthusiasts, experts said it could be an easy way for directors to hide cash from authorities, particularly when companies go bust. Julie Palmer, a managing director at Insolvency from Begbie's Trainer, said the growing popularity of cryptocurrency payments would make it harder for administrators who are in charge of winding down a business after it fails to track where the money has come from and whether owners, staff, or directors are stripping funds out of the business illegally. Now, obviously, this is being spoken about a lot because, you know, I'll mention it once again. There's been a lot of money laundering going on with the cryptocurrency, especially in the UK, and they're being caught. And it has become a massive problem as part of the reason why we are getting so many regulations and bans on deposits to crypto exchanges such as Binance from banks like Barclays, Santander, NatWest, you name it. It's pretty much all of them at this point. So that is why it's a massive growing concern, because at the end of the day, they probably can get away with actually like stealing some money laundering. You know, there's going to be a lot of it going on. So that's why there's going to be some very strict regulations put in place, probably within the near future. But that is basically what they are speaking about. So in the latest threat emerging from the rising popularity of cryptocurrencies, which have been linked to money laundering and black market dealings, criminals hoping to conceal wealth from tax collectors and administrators have traditionally had to go through the onerous process of setting up an investment vehicle, such as an offshore trust, to hide cash. In recent years, it has become easier for small businesses, tradespeople, and criminals to accept payment in cryptocurrency by setting up virtual wallets online, like Binance. So with trust, at least we could see the source of that money and where it's gone, Palmer said. But with cryptocurrencies, which are harder to trace, we've got even less of a chance of actually tracing that and seeing the money has been taken out. Palmer said that there's nothing in the insolvency profession could do to tackle the issue on its own, and believes UK authorities, who are a year or two behind the US on the issue, should take action and introduce laws to ensure crypto assets are properly regulated and taxed. It's potentially a major loss of income tax revenue, she said. HMRC said it recently released a manual outlining the tax consequences of different types of crypto asset transactions. An HMRC spokesperson said, "We take action, including powers provided by Parliament, to gather data from a range of information sources, to identify and investigate those that have failed to declare all their income and gains, ranging from individuals operating in the hidden economy through to sophisticated organized crime groups and offshore structures used to hide earnings and other assets." Now, again, guys, when it does come to tax, I highly recommend that people actually do it properly. There's so many people out there that speak about moving to a different country where, you know, capital gains tax is not counted there and you don't have to pay any tax on your crypto gains. But you know, it doesn't work like that. It is not as simple as that. Okay. I done a very good video on how to actually not only calculate but how to pay everything to do with crypto tax, and I've done a video and I'll leave this link to it in the description below, which you can watch. And it is very, very easy, because imagine you actually making a gain on tax. I won't go through the entire details of it, but imagine you actually having to pay tax and hiring an accountant. They need to go through each and every transaction you have ever done with crypto, calculate whether or not you made a profit or a loss, and then calculate if you owe any tax, and then you got to pay your tax. Very time consuming, very expensive, but I found a very, very good solution for you guys, which would be literally take you like less than an hour to sort all of your tax situations out and have reports downloaded and ready to go straight away. So I'll leave a link to that in the description below. Please make sure you are watching it, because it is very important to sort your tax out, especially in a time where the UK is speaking about so much regulation to do with crypto. HMRC are heavily involved, and they will be on your back if you have made a gain and you have not paid your tax on the gains, if you are obviously eligible. So please, please, please ensure you are paying your taxes properly when it comes to crypto. We'll carry on reading the rest of this. So the Treasury is reviewing evidence from a consultation on how to regulate crypto assets. The review is taking place at the same time as the Bank of England and the Treasury weigh up the possibility of digital assets being integrated into the UK's monetary system, potentially via a bank-issued asset, sometimes dubbed Bitcoin. I've done a video on this morning, guys. Please be sure to go and watch that. The Bank of England are literally weighing up the possibility of digital assets being integrated into the UK. So that is crazy news as well. So it's all coming at the same time. Regulation, integration, everything else to do with crypto is everywhere right now, especially in the UK. It's very, very popular. So the government will be doing absolutely everything they can to ensure every law, every rule, every regulation is put in place to handle all of this properly before it gets out of control. So, you know, it's going to get mental. It's going to get mental. While the bank has signaled that it is open to the idea, the chief economist Andy Haldane has dismissed as fanciful the idea that existing cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin could become a standard payments mechanism. So yeah, there you go, guys. That is it right there. Pretty interesting article. I'll leave a link to it in the description below as well if you want to have a read of it for yourself. But look, a lot of news coming out of the UK today on regulations, on adoption, integrations, everything else. So it's not really bad news. Is regulation bad news? I don't think it is. It's just how they're regulating it. Do you know what I mean? We've got to kind of see what laws come out in regards to cryptocurrency, because they could get pretty strict, but we just don't know what they're going to come out with. Are they going to up the tax regulations as well? At the moment, it's capital gains tax 20% over 12k profit. So is that going to be increased as well? I don't know. We're going to have to wait and see. But look, pretty interesting stuff there. Let me know what your guys' opinions are in the comments below. It's always good to find out what you guys are always thinking about all of this. But if you've enjoyed the video, please be sure to leave a like down below. Subscribe if you haven't already. Make sure your bell icon is turned on so you don't miss any other videos. And I will be back tomorrow. Have a very good evening, guys, and I'll see you very soon. Take it easy.